Welcome, replay viewers, and good evening, everybody. And welcome to this cool but tranquil May 23rd evening here on Eastern Long Island. Taking a final check of our feathered friends down here, purple martins. See how they're doing tonight before they settle in to their cavities for the night. Oh, hi, Shirley. Thank you for joining. Hello, how are you? Welcome to my YouTube live broadcasts. Hi, Jay. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Appreciate that. We're just relaxing down here in the front yard, checking out our purple martins. Oh, boy, this is good to see people coming over with us to YouTube live. I know Dutch Maz is really big on this, and I've been supporting him on it. Oh, here comes someone back in from fishing. Let's zoom in on that a little bit. Just a small fishing boat coming back in. I hope they were successful today. Bring home a fresh fish for dinner tonight. Late dinner. Clouds are forming. I guess we're going to have more rain tomorrow. Son of a gun. Temperatures are still below normal here for this time of May on Eastern Long Island. Thanks for that, Jay. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's a very picturesque area. Of course, this weekend being Memorial Day weekend, then the unofficial start of the east end of Long Island summer season will be starting. People will be heading to the Hamptons and Montauk out here, mainly people from New York City and what we call Up Island, but primarily people from New York City, heading out to vacation homes and hotels and motels and things like that for the Memorial Day weekend. And then that runs through Labor Day weekend. Although more and more it's becoming year-round in there, but it's still really a resort area for the summer season. Well, the birds are up flying. They were all resting on the houses here a few minutes ago before I started the broadcast. But now they're flying around, and I guess they're getting a evening snack before they decide to call it a day. And if their senses tell them that rain is coming, they will stock up on gathering as many flying insects as they can tonight, because usually it's difficult to go flying and feeding in the rain. So they kind of conserve their energy during rain showers, things like that. Stay inside the cavities. Although not always. I guess if you're hungry enough, you'll go out and get something to eat. Well, I like this YouTube go live with the comments showing up. Yeah, well, thanks, Shirley. This is really nice of you to say that. And I'm sorry for camera bounce. And we've talked about this, and even Dutch has talked about this, that hopefully YouTube is going to include video stabilization algorithm. And I'm sure they're working on that, because I'm trying to hold my iPhone 7 steady horizontally here so we can see as much of the panoramic view as possible, but I realize there is a little bit of camera bounce or camera jitter. Here's a family coming back in with their boat, a power boat, and youngster, maybe a teenager, on a jet ski. They went out a little while ago. Let's see if it gets behind that, past my hoist mechanism there. You can see that. I'm panning around to the north now so you can get a view. More and more boats are now appearing, obviously, as we're getting close to the start of the summer season. So there are all size boats here on Scenics Creek. Oh, well, thanks, Shirley. I appreciate that. I'm trying to hold the camera with two hands, keep it as steady as possible. I keep saying camera, but you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about my iPhone 7 in the horizontal mode. Let's take a look at our martins over on this side. I'll just zoom out a little bit. Oh yeah, okay. You know, a real time, obviously, we're going to see what we see. I did an experiment this afternoon in a video I did this morning. So I went in and looked at it, and I said, okay, let me select video stabilization. So I did that, and sure, it stabilized the video, but it at the cost of the quality of the image. There's a price you pay when you do that. Yeah, they're pretty full houses. There's quite a few, maybe 4 dozen birds here right now. I think I got a few arrivals today too, because I see them up on the perches preening their wings and everything, and that's always a sign to me of birds who have just come in from a long distance flight. I mean, they're coming up the East Coast, but some of these birds actually make a non-stop trip over the Atlantic from, say, Delaware out here to eastern Long Island. So that's several 100-mile non-stop flight that they'll make. And then when they arrive here, they'll just sit up there and rest and preen their feathers and things like that. So you learn these little tricks of the trade over the years of doing this. And the migration will continue probably through June 15th. Every once in a while, every oddball year, it actually even continues right through July 1st, but that's really pushing it. So I would say all of the birds will have traveled as far north as they're going to go by June 15th. Families will have been started, and then they'll go through that activity, and that will last through about August 15th, and then they'll start thinking about their migration back to South America. But in the meantime, we'll enjoy what we see here and keep eating those insects, birds, so I can stand out here and not get eaten alive by mosquitoes and bugs and things. So that's the role they play in nature. Okay, very, very tranquil evening. Probably temperature in the low 60s Fahrenheit right now. I think it warmed up to about 65 today here with a little bit of sunlight earlier. I just looked at the forecast, more rain tomorrow, and then hopefully we keep our fingers crossed. Memorial Day weekend will be rain-free and milder. So we'll see how that works out. This is looking south right now, out toward the Atlantic Ocean, which is about 2 miles away across Moriches Bay. As you can see from my neighbor's flag, there's absolutely no wind at all right now. We're paying a penalty for that, though, because now these little gnats and everything are starting to come out of the lawn. Hey, what are you guys yelling about up there? Was that the command from the leader bird to let's go out and fly and get another round of insects in us. Yeah, watch them come in now. They have to be terrific flyers to do a round trip to Brazil, from here to Brazil and back every year. So, pretty neat little flying machines. Okay, folks. Well, listen, thank you very much for joining me again tonight. I really appreciate that. We're going to keep seeing what we can do with our YouTube Go Live broadcasts now. I'm not abandoning Periscope totally, in that I do have all my videos archived on Periscope, and I'm not going to delete them or anything, just in case anyone wants to visit those. But from now on, as I mentioned earlier this morning, oh, you're welcome, Jay. I'm going to do my live broadcast using YouTube, because I think the video quality is far superior. So we'll see how this works out. So okay, folks, have a good Tuesday evening wherever you are, and we'll be talking to everybody again soon. Take care now.